Hello friends, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. What in the world do I have? Okay. So I'm in an event today, guys, just in case if you didn't know. I am with Crafters Gone Wild. We needed a fill-in, so I hopped on. As you guys know, I try my best not to go live on Sundays unless it's like at 7 or later, because by this time my husband's left for work. So biggest thing is I'm trying to stay here and spend time with him, because it's usually his only day off. Thank you so much, MJ. I appreciate you. For whatever reason, I am not popping up on my own phone, which is kind of odd, but okay. I'm glad you found me, because I can't find myself. Hello there, Miss Nancy. Hello. Welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Thank you so much, MJ, for hosting this event. I do like being part of your events. It's just really hard when either the days collide with either my events or there are days where I've already signed up with another group. But I do love being in your events, so I try as much as possible to pop in and be part of them because I do enjoy them. So thank you again to everybody who's going to be here. Hello there, Chesney? Hi, I think I said your name right. I hope I did. Forgive me if I didn't. I try my best not to mess up people's name, but then, I'm not the best at it, and I tend to pronounce things phonetically, so I tend to mess things up. So let me put myself over here so I can kind of see comments. And I think I have enough for now. We'll move some of these over here, and I'll move this down. This is my tag bucket, and I have a whole tote of tags. Okay, so we're going to move this down so that you guys can see what I'll be working on. And there we go. So as you can see, I have a whole bunch of stamps, and I have some little pockets. These are some pre-made pockets in white and craft. I do have some tags, some orange, some white tags. Have a whole list, a whole bunch of stamps over here. We have us some gears. So we're going to craft, y'all. So join me while we just hang out for the afternoon and try to have us some fun. Hey there, Miss Brenda, how are you? Miss Brenda was on today. She was in our event. So again, if you haven't caught everybody, go watch the group. It is called Crafters Gone Wild. It is hosted by Miss MJ and Miss Sarah and Miss Brenda as well, if I'm not mistaken. I believe she's one of our admins as well. I think she's one of our newer admins. So thank you guys for hosting events. I know that it is really hard to do. So yeah, so we're just going to do like a mass production here. So just wanted to show you guys how you can sit down and you can mass produce some items to have on hand for whenever you are creating. I am currently working on a very special journal that is, and I have the cover here, and I've been working on, this is a special design designed by me. And so this is the side of it, and then it opens up here by the hinge, and it will open up in this manner. So like I said, this is a design that I came up with, and I hadn't seen anybody else do it. If somebody else has, you know, I hadn't seen it before, so I thought this was pretty cool. So I was like, you know what, I want something that looks like gates, and so let's work with my mixed media abilities, if you want to say that. So that is what I'm working on, and it is a very special journal because it is, for those of you who know, I am on Whatnot, and over there, their events are called raid trains, and I am on a special raid train, and it's called the Battle of the Junk Journals. So I'm making that journal for that. Hello, my sweet Mama Connie. How are you, my sweet friend? Thank you so much for being on here, dear. I know it is a Sunday, so I know that Sundays a lot of people go to church. It's your day to relax, so I really appreciate you guys popping on. Like I said, normally Sundays are not a day that I'm on, but my friends needed some help, so I was like, well, I can pop on as long as it's after 7, because that's when hubby leaves for work, so you know, I can do that. And yes,
The cat was outside.
oh, did you feed him?
Yeah, I gave him 2 treats. He didn't know what to do with it at first, but then now he likes it.
Okay.
I didn't give him any wet food because we didn't have a lot, so I just gave him a 2 treat and dry food.
You can give him some wet food. It's fine. There's some in my room, an open one.
He looks better.
That's good.
He's being fed at least.
Alright, so I'm doing some steampunk right now. So we're going to be working with some clocks here. I like this distressed clock. I think it's really cool. You see how it's kind of just partial? I think that's pretty cool. We're going to work with, I love using ladies' faces. I think that is also pretty cool. And I do want, I don't think I'll use that one. I think I'm going to use, we're going to incorporate some leaf here, because you know it is that time of the year. I am waiting for fall to actually appear. It's still pretty hot over here in Georgia. I don't know how it is wherever y'all are, but over here it's still pretty hot. It hasn't gotten the memo that it's supposed to be fall. They are some really cool stamps. They are some really cool stamps. And then now I'm just doing, like I said, I'm just doing a fall leaf, and we're going to be incorporating a little bit of all of it, because I want to make it all kind of like fun and playful, you know, and interactive. I love this leaf stamp. It's super cute. Super cute. And you don't have to use a full stamp, okay? So like I have some of these larger ones. You don't have to use the whole thing. You can just use part of it, you know? So I'm, like I did with the leaf, I only did half of the leaf there. You don't have to use all of it. So that's one of the cool things of stamps, is you can pick and choose. It's hot in North Alabama. You're not that far from me, so I get you that you would still be pretty warm over that a ways. So yeah. Hello there, my sweet Lori. How are you, my friend? So nice to see you on earlier. It was nice to catch you. Ooh, I didn't put enough. That's fine. We'll put something else over there. So this one's pretty interesting. I found this one at the Goodwill bin in San Antonio when I went over there for my son's graduation. The only time I've ever been to a bin store. Yeah, had some fun things. Hello there, Miss Maggie. Welcome. Thank you again to everybody who's stopping in, popping in. I appreciate you guys a lot. Again, I know it is Sunday, so I do know that it is, you know, a day for rest. But I will tell you that crafting is very restful for me. It is my quiet place, my quiet space. So, I don't know about everybody else, but it is for me. I enjoy crafting. It really calms me down. It definitely helps me out a lot. Let me get a blue in here. Do something a little bit different. We'll add a little bit of some color here. I think that'll be fun to do. Thank you for releasing the butterflies, my friend. I appreciate that. Oh, that looks pretty. I like that blue. Look at that. Pretty, pretty, pretty. So we'll go ahead and add. I'm going to put these together. And then I'm going to just stamp over both of them at the same time. I have a friend that's going to one. I told her to look for some oh yeah. Either that, or if they have any of the what are they called again? The 'cause I just got mine here. I just got mine in the mail. But I love this one. It's called Art Journaling. These ones, honestly, any of the Stamping and Company, they do the art journaling ones. They do In Her Studio, Made in Her Studio. They have a few different publications that are really cool. Green Crafting. So they have some really good ones too. And then, of course, you know, you can find stuff like stamps and, what is it? You can find stuff like stamps. You can find stuff like, punches. You can find paper pads. All kinds of fun things. Hello there, Miss Jamie. I know, right, Miss Rhonda? It's amazing. How are you doing, my friend? It is so nice to see you. Thank you for popping in. Alright, so I just added another bag here. Let's get us some keys going, because you know, keys tend to be very steampunkish. So we'll add us some keys in here and there and everywhere. Welcome in, Miss Rosa. What do you love? The keys? Is that what you love? Because there's a lot of things I love. There's a lot of things I love. And we'll see. Yeah, it kind of went that ways, but it's okay. It'll be all good. It'll be all will be fine. All will be okay. All will be okay. I did want, let me see if I can do like a faint background with this one. I'm doing well, thank you. How is your Sunday going, my sweet friend? So I am in the Crafters Gone Wild event group, and we definitely go wild over here. We love us some good old crafting. And see, all I'm doing is I am doing some mass producing of some tags, and you love that magazine. I love it too. Yeah, I gifted myself last year for Christmas. I gifted myself the subscription, and oh gosh, I just love it. So see how it's very faint? That's kind of what I was going for. I was just hoping for a very faint background, because you know, we don't always have to have stuff like very strong. And you can totally layer things as well, okay? So that's the other thing. You can totally layer things. And again, I am just going to be doing half of this stamp right here. Could very well do the rest of this side though. So I'm glad to hear that it's going well, my friend. You ready for your trip? You have a trip coming up, don't you? I think you said you were going on a trip or something. You're leaving this weekend, this upcoming weekend, right? You have started taking the Somerset Studio from Stampin'. Yes, I love that one. I love the Somerset Studio one. So the Somerset Studio and the Art Journaling were and Greencraft were the 3 subscriptions that I gifted myself, and I love them. Oh my gosh, absolutely love them, because you know, I absolutely love mixed media. Hence why this is the cover for my Battle of the Journal Ray Train, and I created the cover. Like I said, I don't know that anybody else has ever come up with this design. I haven't seen it, so I was like figuring it out how to do it, but I absolutely love it. October the 15th, woohoo! How fun! Where are you going? Isn't it so fun when you have like plans like that? I think it's a lot of fun though. You love it? Thank you. Yeah, I was just finishing up on the papers for the inside, so I'll be working on those over the next few days, but that's the inside of it. That is an Alexander Henry fabric that I used on the inside of it. So, and this is my gate. A gate keeps the dark romance pages that's going to be inside. So I'm really excited for that. Needless to say, I'm very excited for that one. I'm excited to see where it's gonna go, what is it gonna take us, you know. So if you are on Whatnot, I actually already, because we were supposed to already have the auction up for it to start taking pre-bids on it. So my auction, as well as everybody else's, is already up and taking pre-bids. And then the actual raid train is October the 24th. October the 24th. So lots of fun with that. Again, I'm excited for it. Yes, your craft retreat with Jamie Lou. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Definitely gonna have to tell me all about it when you come back. I'm excited because I'm hosting I'm hosting an in-person retreat next year at the end of July in Oklahoma, and I'm thinking of offering something here in Georgia as well. So we shall see how that goes. We shall see. We shall see. Hey there, Miss Alicia. I'm not falling for that one. You always tell me that. How are you doing, dear? I hope that you are doing well. Is it her first? I don't remember. I know she's done some a few times. I know she does a lot of stuff, but I don't know if this is Jimmy Lou's first retreat or not. I know she's had like day events. So I had to use the fox, y'all. I had to, okay? I just had to. I had to include the fox somewhere. I just had to. He was gifted to me. I think he's just the cutest as can be. He's gotta be in there somewhere. Just had to give him a little shout out, right? So if you go on Whatnot and you look for the event, you go on my profile and go to my shows. You scroll down, it's October 24th, and it'll say Battle of the Junk Journal Raid Train, and if you click on it, it'll pop up, and it's the only thing in the auction tab. It's the only thing we're allowed to have in the auction tab, and yeah, so, and we're all supposed to start our journals at $5. And I can tell you, I already have way more than that working in it. But, you know, I'm still happy for it, though. I'm just excited to be in there. Well, hopefully, at some point, my friend, I'll get to see you in person, Miss Jamie. Because that would be a whole lot of fun. And we've got some really interesting contenders, like some very good ladies that are really good at making junk journals. So obviously a little intimidated, but at the same time, you know, very excited. Very excited. I will say that. I'm still very excited for it. So yeah. But yeah, I actually was already printing off some of and it's a mix. The pages are a mix of printables that I've designed, some that I've gotten from Etsy, some that I've purchased from another lady on Whatnot. So it's gonna be a mix of things so that we can have us a really pretty looking journal. Okay, I know I just had a little piece of lace. Like, where in the heck did it go to? I just saw it. I would love to meet you too, Miss Alicia. Maybe you can, I don't know if you could, but if you could make it out to Oklahoma next year, that would be fun. Or if Georgia's closer to you, we could do that. Because I've had some friends that come through, and so I'll meet them. I know it is. I know it is, dear. I understand how things can be. I really do. I would love to meet you too. I'd love to meet all of y'all. Y'all are awesome. Okay, so I'm just going to add a little bit here of this 3-in-1, and I need to find my next bottle because this one is dying on me and it's getting on my last nerve. I've used it up. You're going through Georgia this winter after the first of the year. Well, then you need to let me know so we can try to plan to meet up, even if it is just to grab a coffee together on your way. Because I would love to meet you. Aw. You're too kind. Alright, so that's going to take a bit for it to settle, okay, because that 3-in-1 does take it a bit. Alright, it's not instant like a hot glue or something like that, but it will actually last longer and is less temperamental than a hot glue. Just, you know, FYI. Okay, so we're going to set this little guy over to the side. Okay. Alright, so let's see this one right here. Let's see if I can find a teeny tiny little piece to go. Maybe not that teeny tiny. Okay, not that big. Maybe I need to find a different color. That just looks off to me. Okay, that works better. That works better. What am I having for dinner? We are making a cheesy chicken and rice bake. It's actually in the oven, so that when I get done, me and my daughter can have dinner. Because it's just us. Hubby's off at work, and you know, she's the only one left in the house, so it's just, so the only babies I have left in the house are her and the fur babies. Are the only babies I got left in the house. So, and it is her final year of school, so we've been talking about the next step, and it looks like she might be going to college. So she's looking at marine biology, which has always been a passion of hers. She has always loved that, so I'm very glad that she's going for what she loves and for what she's always shown interest for. So I'm very, very happy for that. because you know, you want your kiddos to do something that they love to do, right? That is what you always, you know, hope for. So very happy for that. And I need to sharpen those scissors. So I'm going to do that so it doesn't unravel. Definitely don't want it to unravel. I know she's looking at starting off at Georgia State and then moving over to UGA to specialize in marine biology. So I'm very happy that she is following her passion. Hey there, Miss Janet. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here, everyone. I do truly appreciate y'all. I was going to school for vet tech, just started at the wrong time of your life. I understand. She had thought about doing vet tech, and which she can do at UGA, but she's kind of pivoted and decided that she was like, Mom, she's like, I know I could do the vet tech and all there, but they've got a marine biology program as well. I was like, yeah, I know we had seen that. And she's like, well, I think that's really what I want to do. And the cool thing is that with a degree in that, there's so many options, even, you know, kind of within the state. So we have the Georgia Aquarium that she could go work at. She could go work at Jekyll Island for research if she wants to work on that end. You know, there's some options for her if that is what she chooses to do. So I'm just very happy that she is going to pursue something that she loves. That's the biggest thing, you know. I want her to be happy with her choices, because, you know, it's not easy making those choices and deciding what you're going to be doing with the rest of your life. It's never easy, right? But you know something, Miss Jamie? It's never too late to pursue the things that you love. And if being a vet tech is something that you love, you know, it's never too late. My dad is like my hero when it comes to that, because he was 45 when he decided to go and pursue higher education. And this is a man who never even finished high school. And he was like, I want to study. I want to, you know. And he worked his butt off and earned his law degree in 3 years. What normally takes 4, he did in 3. He was like, I ain't got time to waste like these youngsters. So he busted his butt for that. So that's what he wanted to do, you know? No, it's not easy. It's not easy to make those choices. you know, knowing that you have to live with that choice for the rest of your life. You know, and is it the right one? You know, all those things, right? And it's scary. Yeah. Sadly, health will get in the way of things. At this stage in our life, that tends to be the biggest deterrent of things. You have to change your goals. Just find what you love and do that. You know, honestly, that is the key, because, you know, even though obviously no matter what you do, there's always going to be aspects and days and things that happen that you're not going to enjoy, you know, that are not going to be fun or whatever. But if the majority of the time you are enjoying what you're doing, then it's worth it. You know, it is worth doing, it is worth pursuing. So okay, so I think I'm going to put this one in here. We'll put that one in there. Let's add a piece of, where did my scissors go to? Thing for that one. Exactly. See, so you're doing what you love. You're doing what you love, and that's what matters. If it makes you happy, then do it. You know, it's like I love this as well. So being able to do this is my happy spot. So I went that way. I'm gonna go this way. I'm just very grateful that my husband works to make sure all the bills are paid so that I can do this. That's why you do them all the time. And yours too? Yeah, I mean, you know, it is such a blessing to have a partner that understands your love for what you do. He knows how much I enjoy it. He doesn't get it, like, you know, but he'll, because many times when I'm asleep, he'll come in here and he will use my my computer to watch a movie and let me sleep, right? And so he'll see like whatever I'm working on, and he'll be like, oh, that's really pretty, and you know, I saw where you, like today we went out for breakfast at Waffle House, which is one of our favorite places to go, and so we went, and he was like, oh, I saw that you were working on that journal where you had the fabric on it. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I like it, it looks really good. I'm like, oh, thank you. And it's the little things like that that make my day. It's the little things like that that make my day. I said the money after childcare, that would be fun. my daughter has come to the realization that that is definitely not for her, because kids aggravate her. So when we have kiddos and they're a little on the whiny side or something, they get on her nerves. She's like, Mom, I just don't have the patience. And I'm like, hey, well, then don't become a teacher, or don't find something else to do. She's like, I understand animals better. I was like, then go work with animals. If that's what you understand, and that's what you need to do. Oh, goodness gracious. I need a block, and I have zero clue what I did with my blocks. Well, I do know where they are. I know where some of them are. Where did I put you? Oh, right there. Computer graphic artist. Well, I love foxes too. Foxes and kitty cats are my jam. Hence why my name has Fox on it, my business or my page name, because there were several people that had cat, so I stuck to Fox. So, and that is fine. I mean, if you had to pivot in life, like, originally I wanted to be a doctor. More specifically, if I could have, I would have been a surgeon. But that just was not in the works for me. I tried, but trying to go through medical school with an infant was not the easiest thing to do. Not the easiest thing to do at all. So I just pivoted, and I've pivoted multiple times in my life, which is totally fine to do. That's what I tell my kids. I'm like, look, it's fine to change directions and goals. Just keep moving. Don't become stagnant. Being stagnant, that's where the problem is. That's where issues arise, when you just stop moving. So you've got to move. So move. You've got to change direction and go to the side, because moving forward was just not gonna happen. That's fine. Just don't stop moving. Don't stop moving. And I've told my kids multiple times, this was not necessarily how I saw my life, but I wouldn't change having my kids for anything in the world. I had them really young, but I wouldn't change that at all. I wouldn't change having been a teen mom to my son. I love my oldest. I love them all. But that first one, he made me a mama. And I'm so proud of him. This one I think I'm going to actually put some of this black one on, not the orange one. So we'll put that, oh wait a second, I have this one over here. No, not that one. Not that one. So we're going to use this one then. Ah, yeah, that's not cool. You know, that was one thing that, you know, if you wanted to, as long as you did something, you know, do something. So, and as far as being a computer graphic artist, you know, there's so many opportunities nowadays to do stuff on the computer. Like, I'm not a computer graphics person, right? But I can sit on Canva and I can make, you know, I can make printables, and I can, you know, I've taken a few, you know, courses, watched plenty of YouTube out there to try to help me, you know, understand things better. So it can be done. It might not be necessarily the way you had thought about it, but it's still something you know, could try for. So I see a lot of creators do this, and they could usually call it mass-made Mondays. You know, grab a whole bunch of things, like, you know, pockets, tags, you can make clusters, you could make, if you like sewing, you could sew and make some ruffles, and you can sew fabric and paper together. Those are always really cool to do. At least I think they're cool. They look really cool. So there's a lot of things out there that you can figure out. See if I can find a small something. I think smaller than that. Yeah, there we go. I like that one. I like that. So, you know, right out of high school, my dad found out I was pregnant. First thing he told me was I had to graduate high school, that I had to finish. It's like, okay. And then he told me that I needed to try to go to school. So I tried. I got into medical school. I had the grades for it, all of the rest. But it was just very demanding and very hard to do with a newborn. So I just, after my first year, I was like, I can't do this. Through the first semester, I was like, I'm like, I can't. So, of course, at that point, then my dad was like, well, if you're not going to study, then you're going to have to work, because you're going to have to help take care of this kid. I was like, yeah, I know. Wasn't planning on not taking care of him. So I got my certification to teach English as a second language and worked as an English teacher. Which that proved very helpful for when I decided to teach and homeschool my kiddos and other people's kids too, which is part of what I do nowadays. So, and then I've gotten myself through school. I've put myself through school here in the States. Still trying. I was like, okay, well, definitely doctor's not in the works, especially not here. It's way too expensive and takes too dang on long. So I was like, okay, I guess, you know, nursing. Plus, you know, with my mom, with my stepmom being a nurse, I knew, you know, that's actually where you were more in tune with the patients, which is really what I wanted. I really wanted to have an impact on people. So I was like, okay, I'll do that. And got myself certified as a nurse's assistant, as a patient care technician, as a phlebotomist, and as an assistant tech, lab tech, and was less than a year away from earning my nurses, but never got to finish that. So, but I'm still happy and proud that I got to do things like that. The kids remember mom staying up late at night to study and do schoolwork, and so, you know, try to be inspiring to them, to never give up on your dreams, no matter what age you are. But, you know, they knew that they were always my first priority. You know, yes, I wanted to get through school, and I did good, but I did it at night, because that way I could be present with them in the day, work when I needed to work, and all the stuff. So, yeah, I mean, alright, so look, here's another one with the tag complete. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Oh, I do wanna, let's get this guy all jazzed up and dirty too. So we have like 4 minutes left, guys. I want to thank you so much. I am the caboose. I am the end of this wonderful event. If you missed anybody, please go back and watch. And you can watch, it is a free group. It's a free event group, so make sure that you are part of it. It is called Crafters Gone Wild. So make sure that you are with them and following them. They have events most Sundays. It is called Created to Praise, or Praise to, forget how it is. It's something like that. Praise to Create, created to pray. Oh my gosh. y'all, I can't get it straight. But it is a fun event. It is a crafter's choice. You know, it is Sunday, so we are thanking God for the ability to create and the fact that He has blessed us with all the beauty around us. That's how I see it. You know, we can see all of His wonderful creation, and He has created us, and I am created to create and to inspire others. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 completed. This one, I guess you could say it's technically completed. So that would give us a total of 5 completed. You can obviously spread out more and do a whole bunch more. I talk a lot. But yeah, so if you guys are on Whatnot, and if you are not, I will send out the link. I will send out an invite on my Telegram, so you can join and you'll get $15 to spend. But if you are there, go and check out the Battle of the Raid Train. You will see my journal little by little. Like I said, let me show you guys the makeup, some of the pages that I have that I've been printing that will be going in here. Did I grab the right ones? I think I did. Or did I grab the wrong ones? No, that one's too big. So that's one of the ones that's not going to fit in there. That's one that's not going to fit in there. Oh yeah, here. So we have this one. So we've got very dashing gentlemen and ladies. They will be part of the pages on the inside. This is actually what you will see when you go to do that. Okay, when you go to look at the Whatnot, and it will say, you know, dark romance journal. Good night, my sweet Connie. Thank you so much. And here's another page that I've done that'll be going inside of here. So I will be showing you guys how it goes. I might pop on and show you guys how I bind it, because it is going to go bound on the sides. So super excited about that. Thank you, Miss MJ. Thank you, Miss Sarah, Miss Brenda. Thank you all for hosting these events. I really, truly appreciate you, Miss MJ. I know how much it takes. I hope that hubby is okay. Praying for him and for you. And I love you guys. And thank you again for being here. Go and do some mask creating. Get all your goodies out. Have fun with them. Layer them up and make it look beautiful, just the way you are beautiful inside. So I love you all. Have a blessed Sunday. I will see you guys at some point this week. Have a blessed week, my friends. I love you all, and until next time.